What's up, guys? Welcome back to the first proper episode of the Pointless Podcast, brought to you today by Ashen, Hades, and DistroKid. Today we've got Eric and Nick, special guest or co-host, however you want to talk about it. He wasn't available for the first episode, but hopefully we'll be available for future episodes.
Got that right.
I think everyone wants to start off with Rocky and go from there. I might grab a little bit more water while we go.
Well, bit of a joke he is.
got pretty crazy that video he put out.
Crazy Rocky.
He was really hypocritical though.
Yeah. I was laughing at the I destroy small careers.
That was Dude, I laughed out loud when he said I destroy small careers.
That was
Like
just
being proud of being shit.
yeah, pretty much.
He's the one with a tiny career, so I
Yeah,
don't get what
it's
what's he
hilarious.
going
That's why
on
it's
about?
hilarious.
Yeah, like it's not even like I'll destroy your career. It's like if you have a small career, I'll destroy it. But clearly, I have a larger career.
And like,
Dude, can't wait for the distraction to come out.
oh,
Like, I've had a sneak preview of what he's been working on. Looks like some good
Which
shit.
would be the follow-up. If Rocky makes the diss track that he said he's working on, there will be a diss track following up.
working on quotation marks. If it's anything like his friend's song, oh my god, it's
Yeah.
a diss track in itself. Like,
Yeah. Yeah, it'll be
Shoot himself in the
interesting.
foot.
I bet it'll probably be another response video and a short little freestyle at the end of it, and it'll be like 10 minutes long for the ad revenue because he's realized like his most popular video is calling me out now.
bit of a leech there. If,
Yeah,
I say so myself.
We didn't leech off large YouTubers. There you go.
And let's not get started on how he
Yeah.
looks. Like, I mean, he has a dig at you, and
Mm.
has he had a look in the mirror lately?
I know, right?
Like,
I forgot the pot going to go black.
oh god.
Pot calling for black, exactly. But yeah, if we end up getting a response, I think he was tweeting that he'd do something like this weekend. But
Really?
we shall have to see. In the next 24 hours, I think we might see something. And then we can work on, obviously we have to take a break for Christmas, but if he does a video, I think there'll be a video coming out soon. We'll get Eric and Nick on camera, work some stuff out.
Sounds like a plan.
Should be good. Should be good.
Jesus, I'm just oh my god.
Just reading his tweets. Any of the ones that are like, oh, what's this tweet? When you click on it, I've just responded like, fuck you. Like he tweeted some tweet about like, ignorance is just like stupidity. And I was like, yeah, you're stupid.
Yeah, I can see you commented on it as well.
Pass
Oh,
it on everything, right?
yeah.
And he hasn't blocked me, so every time he makes a tweet, it pops up and I'm just like, oh, yeah, you know. Screw you too. Take a little dig.
God,
Annoying.
cringe.
Yeah.
Like,
Started off this whole thing doing an iDubbbz ripoff
yeah, good copy there.
on people that he's now
Straight
friends
rip
with.
of like iDubbbz opening intro.
Yeah.
Oh god, I was watching
It was
that.
done in like honor of him. iDubbbz should copyright claim it.
I'll
Strike
copyright claim it. Can we copyright claim Crazy Rocky?
Can we copy strike?
Oh, this guy. He doesn't even make any money anyway. What's he doing
Yeah.
with himself? What, 200 subscribers? Ooh.
He's a musician that doesn't even have like any musical pages. Like he uploaded friends to YouTube, and that's it. I mean, that'll be
He's working on it, bro. He's working on it.
that'll be this in and of itself if he uploads his disc to YouTube, and then we chuck ours on iTunes, Spotify, YouTube, Tidal, Google Play, actual music stores.
You'd be doing him too much of a favour.
Exactly.
That's true. That's true. Hopefully it's good for the channel though.
I'll find his YouTube channel.
It's
Yeah,
Rocky
there's
with
an
an
art
O.
with that. Same with small channels.
Crazy R0CKY. He's pulling them up. What?
Just looking at his videos and there's 51 views for friends. 51 views.
It's pretty good. I think it's slightly more than the call out now.
His call out's 37 views.
But then all the other stuff before that's like nothing.
20 views. 26 views. Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
His like call out was his most popular video in ages, and then he uploaded the next day. He also, after I called out like friends being shit, he quickly like went home and re-recorded the entire thing and like re-released it like the next day.
Friends too.
Like, guess that struck a nerve. So I gotta fix it. I gotta make it better.
He just knows how shit he is. Oh my
Mhm.
God. This kid. Like, come on, Rocky. Let's get you on the podcast and talk to us. Do one of those genius videos, you know? about friends.
Honestly, I think if he drops it this tomorrow and then we chuck ours up like maybe Wednesday, guys, I think after mine's up, I'm gonna send him like an invitation to the podcast and see what he says.
Yeah, you got to do it Wednesday because that's Christmas Day for him.
Mhm.
So you can open that up.
Yeah.
As a little gift.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll be able to get it by then.
Oh, God, this guy's just... He could have, like, grown. He could have taken a step in the right direction, do some collabs with you, do something right.
Yeah.
But instead
So he
he's...
stabs you in the back.
And it's just like, now where are you going to go
Good
from here?
drama, I guess.
What? He's got, like, 20 subscribers. What drama? Who's going to give a shit about this bloke? Like...
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see though. Like, I think when we drop the diss, it'll just destroy what he's done.
Hmm.
And I mean, it's been really fun going through all the lyrics and shit already, the music. So I don't mind. Like, I can't think of anything he could say in his that would make me not want to have him on the podcast and shit in the future. Like, I think we'll have him on maybe next episode if
he's open for
if
it.
he's
Rocky,
open for it.
open invitation right here. Come on next podcast.
Because, you know, once he's done his this, I've done my this, we've got everything off our chest, we can just move on. Don't go on Logan Paul's podcast. You know, come on mine.
Speaking of
Some
Logan
beef.
Paul's podcast, did you see what happened with Deji?
Oh, no, I didn't. Wow.
That was a while back, yeah.
No, something recent popped up.
Really?
Yeah, I'll show you right now. Maybe you can like film it after as well. Put it up.
Mm-hmm.
Where is it? Road to Shore put it up, and it's just it makes Deji look a little questionable.
I mean,
He looks very questionable.
Exactly. Here you go.
You're never gonna believe what's going on. Jello's freaking humping me. See, I told you he's gay. I told you.
Yeah.
What's wrong with this guy? Yeah.
Like after the whole KSI Deji diss tracks and stuff, I think Deji's gone off the rails a little bit. Just thought I'd put that in there. Just same thing might happen to Rocky, you know,
I
after
think he
the
was
diss
ever on
and
the
stuff.
rails.
Yeah, he's a bit.
For audio listeners, that's just a Deji being a fucking retard.
As always,
Nothing has changed.
he reminds me
it's
so much.
interesting now, it's like almost 100% fake now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because it doesn't look it on JJ's end, but on Deji's end it looks so fake.
Because I reckon he's trying to pull views.
Yeah.
What's the best way to bring up views?
Yeah.
Drama.
Like,
And he's just milking it.
when you say fake, it doesn't have to be Deji's like message JJ like let's do this. Like if Deji decided, which it seems like he did, to set up this entire situation knowing his brother would respond in all this shit and like poked at him to get drama, that's still like fake.
Yeah.
If he had
In
the
that
intention.
Yeah. Because he's just like, I need more views.
Mhm.
As whatchamacallit, Randolph said, his channel is dying.
Yeah.
As much of a joke
Right
as it
near 10
was,
million.
like,
It's true as well, though.
right near 10 million now. He's just still losing subs, I think. Poor guy.
And that's why I see, like, Rocky's trying to poke fun at you now.
Mhm.
Obviously, guys aren't as big as KSI and things like that, but,
The copycat thing.
The Australian
Yeah.
KSI.
like, he's
Yeah.
trying to poke at you to bring up his views, to bring up, like, his subs.
Mm.
Hoping it will work. And
Yeah.
meanwhile, you're over here just like,
It's just fun.
you done yet? Like, because he's not getting anywhere. And it's just
Yeah,
like,
like literally, if you go through the Twitter responses I've had to him, it's mostly like, "Where's the disc, mate? Hurry up!
yeah, we're waiting for
I'm
it.
waiting. I'm keen. Let's see what you got."
Yeah, nothing.
Did you see the tag situation with Deji though? With his YouTube tags.
No.
So before, like right before the beef, his 7 or 8 videos leading up to it, he started using the exact tags that were in David Dobrik's vlogs. Like a David Dobrik vlogs. And like all of his friends' names and stuff. So the tags were like Deji, Comedy Shorts Gamer, and then just all of David Dobrik's tags.
Oh my god.
And people were like reporting it for like, because that's way against terms of service, like just leading tags, and nothing got done about it. But that he was like, oh, who's the most popular YouTuber right now? Let me just literally copy and paste his tags. And then a couple weeks later, he's like, oh, that didn't work. Let me like call out my brother.
Yeah.
Like,
His channel's dying.
he really wants that 10 million, I think.
I mean,
He was so close. He got to like 9.9 and then started losing stuff. And he's like, oh God, I will do anything in my power.
Sell my soul to them.
It's like, just make better videos, keep going, and you'll get there. But
exactly.
Deji's like, no, I need it now.
Like,
I need,
it's not
cause
that hard.
drama.
Yeah.
yeah.
Just like you've been doing, just get on the grind.
Mm-hmm.
Upload.
Do
Do
a collab with
things.
your brother.
Yeah. It's simple as that. If he wasn't such an idiot,
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure JJ would have been fine with being like, yeah, we'll do a collab. Let's do something like this.
Yeah.
Vlog. But he did get kicked out of the Simon house. But, oh well.
That's the one, like, really good thing about JJ. Like, no matter how much shit you have on him, he's always, like, really helpful to other people in that sense. Even though it's, like, probably on his end, like, the easiest thing, like, oh, yeah, let's film a video. It's, like, millions of subs for that person.
Yeah. Like, blow up like Randolph's channel.
Yeah.
Blew it up.
Mm-hmm.
Like, no one knew who he was.
Like, everyone,
Before.
like, all the way down to, like, Geordie and shit, always go, like, yeah, JJ's giving me heaps of, like, opportunities and stuff. 'Cause
Simple
he's
as
just, like,
that.
that one guy. The only popular British YouTuber.
Only.
He's just that one that just like pops off and gives everyone else shit.
Yeah. Speaking of YouTube channels, Benny boy, how's yours going? What are some plans for the future?
Interesting. We lost a couple hundred subs.
Yeah, the YouTube Purge 2.
Oh.
That was fun. Back up close to where we were, I think now. I think like 1190 or something now.
Getting there.
Sorry, 1090. That's because of people on Twitter feeling shit. That was fun though.
Oh,
Losing like 100 in a minute.
But it's like all inactive, weren't they? Or
Yeah. That's the shitty thing with doing it for so long. Like, if you didn't need 1,000 subscribers to get so many YouTube features, I'd probably just delete the channel and start again at this point. But, because there's so many from like you can go through your videos and see when you gain subs. And like one of the ones I uploaded that went viral in like 2012 got like 800-900 subs to my channel. And it was just like a meme video that like no one watches nowadays, no one cares about. Like occasionally, like when I uploaded the Jake Paul diss track, I think that video was the only video I ever got where like more than 50% of my subs watched it. And like everyone clicked it. But other than that, people are just like, eh. But no one unsubscribes. They're definitely inactive.
yeah.
They're like, or maybe they're all dead. They're all like subscribers from some country that got like volcanoed or something.
But like as you went before, having the 1,000 subscribers.
It's
I mean-
so significant. Like, you can't live stream, you can't do custom thumbnails, you can't do over 10-minute videos without it.
Mm.
It's shit.
It's pretty
But
shit.
it's kind of like, if you're going to commit to a YouTube channel, you're going to get rewarded.
Mm.
Like you did, you've committed to it, and now you're at your 1,000 subs, you get your YouTube
Yeah.
benefits. Whereas it stops people from, like, Eric and I just, like, making hundreds of accounts,
Yeah.
putting up meme videos,
Or copy
10 minutes. Yeah, for 10 minutes,
Yeah.
and slapping ads on it and getting money.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's a good and a bad thing. That's like, you hate, because YouTube's like an absolute,
Shit.
to get into. But when you make it in, it's
Yeah.
kind of like rewarding, like you are. You've stuck to it for so long. Now it's like, now you can reap the benefits, reap the rewards, grow some more.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, generally when we upload, generally when I upload, I get a couple subs, like in a month, like up to 100. So just like 2 or 3 months of consistent uploads should build up the fan base again. I always say we from like Facebook days when I used to try and run it as like a company. We are uploading a video this weekend, guys. Please check it out. We worked hard on it. It's just me uploading something. Yeah.
But it's like,
Pulling the all-nighters, burning midnight oil.
Back in the day.
we is kind of like the community. Like,
Yeah.
you and everyone that's following you.
Mhm.
It's not like I do this all on my own. It's like you take
Yeah.
care of like everyone that supported you. Like, we are in this together, kind of thing. That's the way I kind of see it.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's interesting. It's not as easy like that anymore. Like, I figured from the conversations I'd have when we started up this podcast, which you guys haven't seen yet, we wouldn't get as many guests as we did, which we've got some pretty awesome guests.
Mm.
Nick and Eric know some of the guests. They're pretty awesome kind of.
lineups
But-
pretty decent.
A lot of people, when you're like, let's collab, are like, nah, fam, nah, fuck that. Like, I mean, I won't call anyone out, but a lot of people don't want to collaborate like at all anymore, unless it's a channel like 10 times their size,
Exactly, because they want to grow.
which is like,
Yeah.
well, if you have that mentality, the guy 10 times your size
Isn't
doesn't
gonna
want to
do it.
collaborate with
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
But like, with the podcast, people are down to do it. So hopefully shit changes.
That's
Because
the-
I was even thinking of ages ago doing a video just calling people out and being like, collaborations are shit nowadays. Because back in the day, everyone would collaborate.
Oh yeah,
That was the best thing about YouTube. Like, back in year 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, everyone would collaborate. Like, people at school wanted to collaborate. And, like, back in the day, people would, like, come to me in the hallway, oh, your channel's doing well, let's do a video together. Like, let's do Call of Duty videos, let's do, like, a little thing. Nowadays, people are like, oh, there's only, like, a few YouTubers in Adelaide that are still making videos, but I don't want to collaborate with you.
yeah. It's like, I want to collaborate
It's like,
with
really?
Raka Raka.
Yeah.
Like,
Right, yeah.
Good luck.
Yeah.
and that's an annoying mentality. And I'm glad the people that are coming on our podcast realize that.
Yeah.
It's not like, I'm bigger than you, so get out of my face.
Yeah.
It's like,
There's-
we all started somewhere.
Yeah.
There's a few close to that that will be called out when they come on, if they continue to be like that. There's a few that are real bad. There's one specifically, hopefully, that changes, that literally sends me messages like bragging about how much money he's making, but how that's the only thing that matters. And it's like, dude, like,
That's not what it's about. Like,
yeah. If your audience saw these messages, you wouldn't have an audience.
Mm.
Like, people just don't get it.
like you don't go to work and then go see your friends and be like, look how much more money I make than you.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of like, well,
It's a bit shitty thing to do.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's like, just because you might work it somewhere a little bit better or you might have it better off doesn't mean you have to rub it into everyone's face.
Yeah.
I don't even understand how it got this way. Like Raka is the perfect example of the problem because they're slowly dying. Like, their views have gone from like 20 million a video to like 700,000.
Yeah.
And it's because they just do their own thing and they're so like in a bubble. But then you look at the channels that actually stick with it, like KSI collaborates with everyone and
Yeah.
is still popping off.
But I find as well,
Like, you hate them, but the Pauls collaborate with everyone
Oh,
and
yeah.
it's still popping off. Even though you're like, oh, they're so like in their thing. They have specific people they collabate with.
the thing
And
is,
work.
I think that also leads into like if your YouTube channel is built on like a fundamental genre, and then after a while you just exhaust your creative content, but that also builds into what you're saying. Like when you collaborate, you can kind of find new avenues of doing stuff. Yeah, so your fan base can get bored of what you're doing.
But what you gotta look at what Raka Raka used to film compared to the stuff on YouTube now. Never make it anyway. That's just like Filthy Frank. No one can make another Filthy Frank ever again. YouTube won't allow it.
Yeah.
That's why I reckon Raka Raka are dying.
Fucked about YouTube.
Yeah, like
He said it when he was at the
Yeah. I remember watching that, and it's like before you could put up whatever you wanted. Look at like Max Mofo's videos. Like you could put up whatever you wanted, say whatever you wanted, and you'd still get views. You'd still get ads. That's why I reckon Raka Raka's dying. But like you said, the polls have got it so good because they've hit that like vlogging genre where you can do anything. Yeah. You could film this right now. Bang, that's going to be a great video. You can go out to the shops and that'll be a great video as well because it's still fits with YouTube guidelines.
Yeah. There's two really interesting things with them. Like, they do work incredibly hard. Like, almost, other than like some of the sidemen, some of the bigger YouTubers, they work ridiculously hard. But there's something about like, Logan Paul's channel hasn't had a video in 3 weeks, and he's still gained more subscribers than KSI without uploading. Like, he's got a podcast now, but like, even in the months where he wasn't uploading, he would still gain like 500,000 subs a month, which was like more than PewDiePie was gaining before the whole thing. Like,
subscribe to PewDiePie.
There's something about that name. Like, you'd have to like do some like study on it because just the name Paul video gets like 1 million more views than anyone else. Like you could upload the exact same video with the exact same people, you wouldn't get as many views. Like it's so.
It's because the name is so easy to remember, and the human race is dumb.
True that.
Save the philosophy lesson for later.
Yeah.
Speaking of dumb shit, like, are you thinking of making a video about why Fortnite needs matchmaking?
Yes.
Eventually, yeah.
Because we started talking about this recently. Like, me and Ben played some games, and usually it's not too bad, but freaking every time we made it to like the top 5, it would be like some pro team from season 1 with like 20 kills between them.
Yeah, it's really bad. Now, like, we've had a lot of games where we run into squads that are like that, and then like 2-3 matches later, you run into them again.
Yeah.
And they kill you again. Like,
there's no escaping.
Like, it's not even like there's that few people playing. It's just there's so many, like 25% of the players are like season 1 OGs now. They just know what they're doing, or streamers or stuff. And then you just get, there really needs to be matchmaking.
It's frustrating.
Like
I don't even know the argument for not having it.
Exactly.
I was saying maybe it could be like, you know how you can turn Phil on or off?
Yeah.
Like it could be a mode. So if you want to play without matchmaking, you can.
See, I don't even know the argument for that though. Unless you're
some people might want to play or try to see how they measure up against the pros.
But I think the problem is
without having to like play for 100 hours.
With it, they've got to. I think they've got to like find out. All right, how are we going to base everyone's skills? Because if you just do wins, like
just do wins or kills.
The only thing with wins is like you play squads or everything. You could die straight away. Your squad carries you. Then you're going to be playing against god squads.
Yeah.
Some LTMs like the 50v50s and stuff. You've seen everyone. So you can drop like 20 kills. Like
it's not really
well.
Battle Royale.
It's frustrating.
That's the interesting thing. There's only like 2 Battle Royale games. Like every game has it. Like Halo had it perfectly. Like 3 and ODST had like a level system, I think.
Yeah.
With XP, wasn't it?
Yeah, like if you were level 50, like if you played 100 hours and you were shit, you could still get matched with like god tier players who've played like 2 hours. But I think from Reach onwards, I don't know the system, but it was so perfect. Like I can't think of a game that I played in Reach where it wasn't like fair and balanced. Like you'd have some guys get like 2 or 3 more kills than you because they're like, oh yeah, they're better than me. But you'd be like, in a few hours, I could get that good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's different game, but the matchmaking almost is spot on with it. Is FIFA. So you play, and let's say you lose 4 or 5 goals consistently. What they do is they adjust it to see how, all right, this other player's got 4 or 5 goals. They lost each game as well. And you kind of pit around that skill level. So I'm thinking, like, depending on, say, how quickly you die or, like, how far you get in the game, should kind of, like, use that as well, because people who are getting popped off really quickly.
Because it also depends on where you drop. Like,
yeah.
you can have a shit kill death ratio if you're always dropping tilted.
Yeah. But then again, if you're good and you're popping off and tilted, it's like...
Yeah.
It's a very tough one. I can understand why they haven't put it in yet. Still to come, needs to come, but I understand why it hasn't come yet.
It's very complicated, but like back in the day, like the Halos were leading the way on this, and they had that whole like they implemented that system where like if you were inactive in a game or you were just like playing the game to get experience or something, you'd get like a bad ranking.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't get matched with like as nice players. Like you'd end up like they even had like the language you used could match you badly. Like they had that detection system where if you said
it was like
fuck in a match,
yeah.
you get like a red flag on your profile and stuff. Like it was incredibly advanced 6-7 years ago.
And it's gone backwards.
And like Fortnite has a ridiculous amount of developers and money behind it. You could easily like in a couple weeks
beta test
system.
Yeah. Like
well they've been beta testing it in the events for like 2-3 months now. How long the events have been around. Like they've always had matchmaking in the pop-up cups. Yeah. And
so
it's really good. It's really good.
Really?
Yeah, like the ones we've been playing, we've been doing really well. We always get up to like 4th, 5th. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Sure.
You haven't been playing for a long time.
Yeah.
When you said we, I thought we were talking about ones we did recently.
Yeah, the ones we did recently, we did really well.
No, we
didn't. The pop-up cups.
No, we didn't.
Yeah, we did.
Really?
Yeah, we did.
Okay.
But like Elliot and I have been doing them for a couple of weeks, and it's pretty balanced.
Yeah.
Like whatever system they've got there, perfect. Just implement it.
But I feel as though like
it's just the streamers.
Yeah.
They're like, oh no, I want to be able to get 25 kills and trap kill people. I want to be able to like pickaxe someone to death for the stream because it's funny.
Like, if you get
I don't want to play with people my skill level because it's not funny.
And it's just like then it's frustrating for people who like just started or trying to get good at the game, because how are we meant to get good or better when we're playing absolute god people
when you
who
just
like
don't play as many hours.
Yeah,
like you have
exactly. Like you got other things to do.
You
so
have to
like
go to work in the morning.
Like there's so many factors like that. But like the streamers that are like, don't put in this mode, it'll like ruin the game. Everyone knows it's because they just want to get 25 kills. As soon as that mode's in the game, even if it was like an option, like Eric said, none of the streamers are turning that on. They're all playing with matchmaking because they look like babies if they were like, I'm going to play with non-skilled players to get high kills.
Yeah.
They'd all just adjust their stuff. Like, I can't think of who's like, no, I don't want matchmaking. I want to get wrecked every game.
Like, because it's frustrating. Like you said, you get top 2, top 3, top 4 or whatever. And then we have people who build like hotels in like
in 2 seconds. They fly on you and build a hotel.
And it's like, well, what am I meant to do? Like, I don't play.
We've got the high ground on this mountain with a massive 1x1 build, but they're coming up.
They're coming up and then bring it through.
And you stop them from coming up, but then they just build 3 build like lines, and 2 of them are feints.
And it's just like, what are you meant to do?
That was fun. We played with gods the other day.
Played with full-on gods,
I saw that, and it's frustrating because it's like, it wasn't even, like, not to be mean, but it wasn't as close as it should have been.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you played these gods, and then you guys over here, like...
we had the tactical advantage.
Yeah.
But it was useless to us, because we were just so outskilled.
That's what I mean, like...
We were on a mountain in the zone with a steel fortification built up.
About 1,000 meters away from them.
Yeah.
1,000 meters
and yet
high.
they pushed it up. Like...
And we did the right thing, we built it up, we sniped at them as they were coming. But they were missing our heads when we were peeking by millimeters. Yeah.
And it's not even like, oh, we might be able to beat these guys. It's just like, nah, they know the system. They know they're going to win the game. Yeah. They just come right through.
Yeah, they push so much. And it's frustrating because when we want to play, it's like, I want to be able to at least be like, okay, this guy was better than me. He's not an absolute god.
Yeah.
I could have done a bit better.
If I had not done this, I could have won. Blah,
because,
blah,
like, how am I meant to learn? How am I meant to get better? I don't want to be playing 12 hours a day. It's like,
Yeah.
you get sick of the game, and then it's
Yeah.
just like, well, I could have been doing better stuff with my life.
Because even at that point now, you could play 12 hours a day and only get 2 hours of good gameplay because everyone else has got. It's like,
Yeah.
you can't even just do 12 hours grinding because you need to play with people your level to grind better.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you'll just get wrecked.
And 8
You'll
hours,
have a
8
waste
hours
of
of
time.
it, you're getting completely wrecked.
Mhm.
Like, how many times do we drop in to places that aren't even that, like, busy,
Yeah.
and then, like, get pushed up on by these absolute gods? Like, the bus might be going down, like, Wailing Woods to Paradise Palms. We drop on the other side to Snobby Shores,
Mhm.
and these gods just build up against us. It's like, well,
What are we gonna do?
what are we going to do? Yeah, like, how are we meant to do anything?
It's the
When-
freaking no scope by sniper rifle.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like, by 300 metres away. I'm just
Yeah.
like, what?
Yeah.
How's it even fair? Frustrates me because I love the game. It's a fun game, but matchmaking needs to
Would
happen.
make it more fun.
Yeah,
Like, you can look at Call of Duty, which has a pro scene where people do no scopes and trick shots all the time, and they're still matchmaking. They're just
exactly.
way better than the people they match with. They're just gods,
Yeah,
and they just 360 no scope everyone.
just casually. But
Make
like,
cool
how many
videos.
times do they die
Yeah,
playing
but
that
they
as well.
still
Yeah.
play people who are like up to their
their
skill level.
level? Yeah,
Like, I feel like both PUBG and Fortnite just didn't have the time to do matchmaking, and that's why it doesn't exist.
Mm.
Like, it's not like when people have the argument about like the shooting system Fortnite has, where it's like not accuracy based, it's like RNG or whatever.
yeah,
That's like a decision, but like, there's no other shooter other than PUBG and Fortnite that doesn't have matchmaking. Like, it's just like a thing that all shooters have up until like PUBG came out, and then it's like, oh, a shooter doesn't have it now. I guess we can do it too.
yeah.
I guess we can save money by not implementing it.
And it's frustrating because there's people that I know that I want to play with, but I can't because they're just so unskilled. It's not
Mhm.
fair on me because I'm going to be playing absolute gods. And in like a 2v1 situation, it's not as fun. And it's like, as much as you want to play with your friends and stuff, you have to kind of be careful now because you're not going to get anywhere. Like,
Like,
Yeah.
no joke, no offense. If Eric just started playing Fortnite this week, we wouldn't even be able to play with him. Because
Yeah.
we'd be coming up against these people that like are wrecking us anyway. And like,
And
how would, like, there's no way we'd be
how
able to
do
like,
anything?
okay, Eric, you have to like build a wall, like teaching you how to play the game while just getting wrecked.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way. Like, when we used to play, we'd run into no skins and it's like, oh,
I
cool,
remember
I'll
when
stand back.
When did I
out, like,
first start? That was about
like June or
June.
something.
I mean, when I first started, we ran into a lot of no skins. And a
Yeah.
lot of people
And I'd
who were-
literally like stand back and be like coaching you through building and shit.
You can
and, like,
still kind
this is
of-
how you do it.
Yeah, I could. It took me a very long time to even learn how to build at a
Yeah.
very basic level.
It's complicated.
But now
yeah.
it's like it's not like when I started now. We
You
hardly
can't.
run into no skins. We might see one no skin
Mhm.
team. We're seeing people with like skins from the first few seasons,
Yeah,
or people who have maxed out like the battle pass
yeah.
pretty quickly.
And it's sad. The reason I reckon we don't see no skins now, I think it's they're too scared to play.
I think they're all in the LTMs,
Yeah, like,
especially during Christmas.
Mm.
I think
And-
they're all playing the teams of 33 or whatever.
yeah,
Yeah.
like, and it's just no fun playing those over and over again. There's no experience.
Yeah,
I was going to say as well, people I'm sure will comment and be like, well, why don't you just go into playgrounds and stuff?
Mhm.
It's like, yeah, playgrounds does a little bit, or creative does a little bit, like you can learn a little bit, but
Yeah,
when
it's
you're
also
getting,
kind of boring.
yeah, it's boring,
Yeah.
and then when you're getting pushed, it's hard to coach someone when you're getting pushed by 3 other players or 2 other
Yeah.
players at the same time. Creative, you can basically do like a one-on-one with your mate if you're going to coach him.
Yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
frustrating because you
We-
can't learn.
We were even
Yeah.
doing that back, 2-3 months ago. We were
Mm.
doing like sniping battles and build battles and shit just to practice. But like, if they implemented matchmaking January 1st, I'd start playing again.
The other thing I was gonna say
Oh.
is like I played less hours than Ben and Nick, so
Mhm.
I sort of just come on as like to join the friends every now and then. Like it's still noticeable from my end that like I'm holding the team back at times, and it sucks. It's like
No,
you don't want to feel like that. Like you're slower to build up, or like you're trapped at the bottom of the build when everyone else is built up.
Well, no, we were having this conversation yesterday. Like, building, because there's no matchmaking, the people that you're building against, like, you would have to put in like 12 hours for like 3-4 days, just like straight, just to learn how to build
Just to
up
learn
to that
to
level.
build there. there,
Yeah,
and fight
because-
the battle.
That's literally like back in June when I started like learning to build. I did playgrounds like a couple times a night, like for 3 hours before people came on, and then played for 6 hours, and that's how I just got like you just get it
Get that
ingrained,
grind,
and then
yeah.
once you got it. But like having to put in those hours, it's just ridiculous, and you wouldn't be able to like go into a solo and just like, oh, this guy's just wrecked me.
Yeah.
You'd have to like come into playgrounds and just like boringly play on your own, just practicing.
That's what I mean.
It's pointless.
And like you said, Eric, I reckon you're not bad at all because you got that. Because I mean, building is a big thing,
Yeah.
but I think the biggest thing is call outs, and that's
Right.
one thing that I aspire to be like you.
Mm-hmm.
Because Eric always calls out, all right, this person's east, this person's up north, oh, they're mid range up here, and it's like, all right, I know where people are coming from, because there's no worse than playing with people who are just like, oh, they're shooting me from over here. It's like,
Where's over here?
yeah, where's over here? I don't know that. Like, I feel as though, like, you either have to be one of two things in Fortnite. Either a great builder or someone who can always hit their shots, be very accurate. If you can't be either of those, you're fucked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
Because in squads, you generally don't need to build much. Like, if
Yeah.
everyone on the team can build, you can win a lot easier.
Win a lot
But you only need one.
You at least
people
have
to
one or
build.
two decent builders, and the other people can at least hit their shots.
exactly.
You- yeah,
Provide
just do what you
cover,
want,
like,
yeah.
Mhm.
because a lot of the time people play very sweaty in squads, and the people that sit in their builds either will get the high ground or get blown up from the bottom down.
Yeah.
So that's what I mean. Like, you don't have to be the best builder in the world. Obviously, your basic stuff, put some walls up
Yeah.
and some ramps and things. But like, I feel like if you're accurate, you're just as good as someone who can build.
Yeah.
Because you can hit your shots and things.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's complicated.
Mm.
There really just needs to be matchmaking. And we were doing bare bones as well, which
We
was
did a lot of bare bones.
super interesting when you say like Eric's great with the call outs, and we're just playing this mode where you can't make call outs. And it's
Yeah,
just
'cause
like,
you can't see anything.
guys,
You had to think for like 30 minutes, like, you need to say a paragraph, so like, well, at
Yeah.
the tree, I'm at the top
Like, there
end
was-
of the block.
there was so
we
many
need to see.
times where I was just like, guys on me, you're like, where's on me? I'm just like, yeah, like,
You can't call it
I
because
can't
there's no
tell
coordinates.
you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I'm looking at everywhere trying to find his name tag through all the buildings. I'm like, oh no.
That was such a
That-
fun LTM.
The hard part with that LTM was like,
The storm, like,
oh, it's that. But I mean, like, when you just say you land in the same spot,
yeah,
when you need to tell your partner that you're moving either east or west or whatnot. But it's very
Yeah.
hard to do that because there's no east or west.
it's really
Like
hard.
you need people who just know the map like the back of their hand.
Yeah,
oh,
But anyway, Nick was telling me before there's a glitch
Yeah.
with that.
we got into that exact problem. Like halfway through, I was like, what if we just set like a landmark as like this is
And we
always
just
like the
confused each
direction
other,
we're
yeah.
going? And then you're like, what if we're like in this place? And I was like, man, I know the map too well. Like, I've played too much.
literal. As Eric was saying, I was up late, like when it first came out, like 1 or 2 in the morning. Josh and I
bare
were,
bones, yeah.
on bare bones, and we're like, surely there's always something wrong with Fortnite. There's always
Mhm.
always a glitch.
It's always a challenge.
So we hop in a game, we land somewhere, and I open my build. I'm trying to like spam like the map button,
Mhm.
obviously the little touchpad for mine. So I open the build. So he has this like thing out. So I'm going to put a wall down, and I slip and I put the map button up. Shows me the whole map. Shows me where the storm's going. Shows me how many players are left as well. We won so many games knowing where the storm was
Just know where
going,
the storm was going.
where to go, and how to pinpoint every location. We're getting like the high ground on everything. And like the feels that I had with us, like, what are you doing? Where are you going? And we're like, we're Fortnite developers. We know what's going on. It was the best thing ever. I was like,
Guarantee all the people that we were running into that were destroying us would have known that
Would have
too.
known that. 'Cause
Like
we
that
were just
would have
getting
even
flown
been
onto
just
it
a
from
glitch.
high
That would have been
ground.
on Reddit like instantly, and everyone would have been doing
We
it.
just didn't share.
it was crazy. Like, great game mode, but I kind of wish they had at least the coordinates, like your north, south, west, because it's a bit
Yeah.
frustrating. Like, all right, well, which way do we have to head now?
Yeah, well, it's
Head
like,
north.
I see a guy where.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I don't mind having no HUD, no when you hit people.
It would be alright if like you can put markers with the D-pad, but there's no way to see the marker other than visually, and it doesn't
Like you
really
have to look up in the sky, and then it's like
If there was no north, south, east, west, it was just dots, and you could put the marker down. That would be good.
Yeah.
If you could put your own dots down or something.
Yeah.
And you could see the dots like on the bar and just that. Yeah, like you said.
Yeah.
But I'm liking this 14 days. Like,
What's the new? Okay.
it's like an ice one, so no fall damage. You get ice on your feet permanently.
Oh, that's fun.
Infinite grapplers as well.
Infinite grapplers.
Yeah, so you have like one grappler that's got infinity.
High
That's my
speed.
favorite mode already.
So, but I think it's a solo only mode. But
They
it's
seem to be
pretty
solo
cool.
duo squatting it. Like Bare Bones was originally solo, wasn't it? And then they switched
Squad.
to squads real quick.
Yeah. I mean, it just annoys me because it's like, what if I want to play duos, or what if I want to just do solos for that game mode? Like, it's a fun game mode. Like, Fly Explosives might come out. And if that's like a solo only or a squad only, like, it's frustrating because it's like, this is a great game mode.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Yeah.
only 2 people are on, and then we have to go fills, and
It's
the kids on
such
there
an
are.
easy
horrible.
fix to just have it solo duo squad option. Like such an easy thing to do.
Just
They
like how you
even,
click fill.
Yeah, I agree.
Just like,
they even had it in either 3 or 4
Yeah, a
for a
couple
couple
months.
weeks. They had it where you
I
could
remember
change it for a couple weeks, and then they just took it away. And like, if there's 200 million people playing, how can you go like, oh, it needs to be squads because otherwise we can't find lobbies?
yeah.
Nah, there's 200 million people playing. You can find a lobby for me,
I was up at like 3 in the morning playing
and
on
there's still
Oceanic servers.
just insta fill.
Yeah, like full squads every time, and it's like,
There's definitely enough players.
Mhm.
that's another thing they should probably fix. I mean, such a great game.
I'm fairly sure it's
Little
because
things need
they're
to be changed.
the way they're still paying for servers. They really need their own servers. I think the way they're paying for servers, it's way cheaper to do it that way. Like,
Yeah,
I think creative is like one of the stupidest things they've ever done because based on what I know of how their servers work, that's got to be costing them so much money. Like, it seems like if they can just fill everyone's squads, way cheaper than solo duo squads. But they should have their own servers by now.
especially with the money that they're raking in.
Like, at least they're like pushing everything forward now with like the Epic Games Store. They've got like 8-9 games on there already,
That's pretty
and
good.
they're all like you can if you use if you use the code Darren on any of the games, you get profit. Like, the revenue share is really good for the games as well. Like, one of my friends is a developer, and he's saying it's like the best out there right now. Like 80%, and they pay for the engine if you want to use an engine.
Wow.
It's really goddamn good. It's not even 80%, it's 86%, and they take 14. And then if you use like Unreal Engine, they'll pay the like $700 yearly fee for Unreal Engine as well out of their cut, which is like damn decent. And they also pay creators out of their cut if you use the code, like 5%. So they're not making like much money at all.
But to be fair, they don't need you now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's
They
nice
never
that
really,
they're doing
like-
this.
The fact that Steam's a thing and takes like, what's like a 30% cut on games is stupid. That should, like, especially for PC gaming where there's such a culture of like supporting developers and like none of that shit. And Steam just comes in, 30%, and no one like said no, screw you. Like, they just let Steam come in.
Yeah.
And even, I think in Australia, it's got to be like 40% because games are like $10, $20 more
We're
expensive.
just talking about retail prices.
But then again, Steam sales.
But even when they changed the store to be Australian prices, all the games dropped to 60, and then they manually put them all back up to 80. Like, it's just
It's like,
ridiculous.
come on. Because, I mean, you could buy bread. Like, I remember picking up COD for like $60.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it shouldn't be that benchmark, like $80, $90. It should bring it down now because, like you said, obviously digital's the way to go.
Yeah.
People trying to sell physical copies.
The thing is that, like, in Australia, generally, if you go into a store, what you're paying is not the converted. Like, if you went to buy a physical copy in America, if you
$60.
converted that money
Mhm.
into what you'd expect
If you
Australian
convert it, it's
dollars,
Yeah.
It's 84.50 or
Yeah.
something. And
but
they
you end up paying like
upcharge it.
110.
I mean, it's just like,
And it's like, there's a slight argument for like 90. Like, oh, we're gonna make a couple dollars profit
No,
on
there's
every
different
game,
taxes and whatnot.
and yeah,
GST.
GST, all this shit, but like 110, 120
Yeah,
is
100. It's
too much. Too much.
Crazy how much they put it up.
It should just be like 80 is what it should be. And you can see there's a problem because
Although I did see, like, how much is PUBG on the PlayStation Store? It's $40.
it's $40.
I saw for $40 physical copy of PUBG and EVE
Yeah.
games. So.
The PlayStation Store to physical store, they're generally the same price. Especially on launch, like games in PlayStation Store launch at $100 as
How
well.
much is PUBG in the US though?
20 bucks.
Okay, so that's conversion.
So like a game will launch digital $60 in America and $100 on digital in Australia, $40 upmark, even though there's no shipping, there's no physical
Yeah.
cost. It's just like, yeah,
It's just on the store.
yeah,
It's like-
it's stupid. And like you can even see it because we've been
Yeah.
talking about this for years with the PlayStation 4 that launched at $450 USD and has dropped to 200 now. Still, it's only now just dropping to 450
In
here.
Australia.
Like every E3, they would drop the price like $50 to $100, and the price did not change here for like 4 or 5 years.
Yeah.
It's stupid.
We're so slow with things like that.
Yeah.
It's just it's annoying.
And
There's no competitor to like drop the price. It's just EV games.
So the other thing is, like, as we noticed before, if you go to a different store that sells games or consoles, they pretty much have the same price as EVE.
Mm. Yeah.
Like, I think it only happens rarely. Like, when God of War came out, it was cheaper at Big W, so big price match.
Yeah.
Like $30 cheaper. And I did that. But
Mm.
that's rare.
Yeah.
Yeah, they seem to be doing that more now. Like Big W will get big releases
Starting
and put the price at
But for
proper price.
years, for like,
It's
yeah,
because
probably
of
for like
Amazon.
10 years.
It used to
Before
just be
Amazon
like
came.
EV.
Yeah,
As
before
soon as Amazon came and Amazon's like, no, we're going to put things at the proper price. They're
Yeah.
like, oh, okay, guys.
we got to stop freaking screwing over.
Suddenly the PS4 price drops $200. The Xbox One's down $300. The
Games
VR,
start coming out for the actual conversion rate.
mm-hmm. The VR was $550 for so long,
Remember that?
which, like, the
Brand new console.
yeah, and it launched $100 cheaper than the PS4
Mm.
launch price. Like it was stupid. They literally just put it at a PS4 price. They're like, yeah, people pay for that.
And
Whatever.
people did. And it's like,
Yeah,
I did.
you did.
oh,
It was worth it, but now it's like an actual price. It's like $300.
it's like, okay,
worth it.
fair
That's
enough. Like,
what it should have launched at.
yeah. It's like,
Something that's
fine,
really just a
dude.
beta test.
Mm.
Yeah. Yeah, it's stupid. They haven't put enough into that yet.
No,
They should have released a second version by now.
they should have. So it actually worked. It had a frame rate that didn't make you sick.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that.
That was crap. How would you like to play Skyrim VR? Fallout VR, boys.
I remember one of the funniest things. I don't know if you'd remember this at all, but one of the funniest things you ever said to me was when I was like showing you the VR and testing it. I was like, I don't understand. You're like having issues with the vision or something, and I can't remember exactly what it was, but you made some fucking Asian joke. That was the funniest thing you'd ever said. You're like,
so
it's just my eyes.
It's
I
my
can't see
small
it.
eyes. Yeah. Something like that. Don't
And
make
you
me
just,
smile. I
Like with
can't
the
see.
headset on, and I was just like cracking up on the couch, and you're just like, how do I play Batman? And
I
I'm
think it
just,
was like, stop making me laughing, I can't see.
God, that was a good system. They should have updated it more though. Now we have to wait for the PS5
When that ever comes out.
with Fortnite too.
Ooh. And Despacito
Fortnite.
too.
Mm-hmm.
God, what the hell's going on?
That last one.
That'll be
Oh.
good though.
It's going to be sick.
I like that. In 2014 they announced that.
They haven't said it's going to be on next gen,
No.
but it's definitely going to be on
It's
next
definitely
gen.
next gen. Just the fact that like, yeah, here's this game at the PS4 showcase, and like 3 years later still hasn't come out, still hasn't got a release date. Like it'll probably be 2020, 2021. Ridiculous.
I reckon Witcher, CD Projekt Red Cyberpunk, yeah, will be next gen as well.
Mm. It's definitely going to be cross, but they've confirmed it's on PS4.
Have they confirmed it's going to be on PS4?
It'll be like Black Flag. It'll be worse on PS4.
Because I could kind of see
Although
Last of Us being on PS4 because it's a linear game, so it might
looks
be possible.
way too good.
It looks really good, but like, if you think back to Last of Us 1, that looked really freaking good.
Not even like the graphics wise, like
And that
some
came
of
out
the
on last year.
gameplay elements, like in that shop battle, the like
when you
physics
talk
and
about
everything.
the AI
Mhm.
that they've innovated with, but it's still a linear game, so I
Yeah.
feel like it might. I'm saying it might. I
Mhm.
still think it'll be on next gen, but I'm
I'd say
saying it
maybe
might
Pro.
have a possibility.
I don't even think like
But with City Project Red's Cyberpunk, like, I think that's definitely next gen.
definitely downported if it is on this gen. Although the thing is, it could end up like GTA, where it's just like on PS4 and it's just the best game on PS4 ever.
Yeah.
Because they committed to that, and GTA 5 was really goddamn good
Still going.
on PS3. Was it PS3? Yeah.
GTA 4.
It was like 5, wasn't it?
5 was on PS4.
Oh, yeah, 5
But it
was
was
on
on
PS3 as well, yeah.
And everyone was like, "This is the best game that's ever been." Like right before PS4 came out, this is the best game that's ever coming out on PS3. That's it.
And bang, comes out on PS4.
Yeah, and then they remastered it for PS4. But like, if they did Cyberpunk for PS4 and like released it end of this year, and it was just like the maximum you could get out of the PS4, could be damn good. That's gonna be great though.
It's gonna be great. Yeah.
It's gonna be a month of my life gone.
Yeah.
Well, I reckon I've put in a little segment here.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about something controversial at the end of
Okay.
this podcast. All right. What are your views on the whole gender thing?
What?
How many are there? What do you reckon? I reckon this could be a bit of a fun little chat.
2.
Eric,
But for what?
how many genders
Oh.
are there?
How many do I think there are? I think there are 2 fundamentally.
Thank God. I was
Great conversation.
No, it's just like, I just can't believe people getting so angry over something like this.
I think there's such a problem in America with that. Like, in here, in Australia, if someone said, "I'm a third gender," it's like, you're wrong, in my opinion, but
Okay.
fair enough.
Yeah.
In America, it's like, no, fuck you, we're arguing about this. You can't
Mm.
think that. It's like, there's just such a, like...
Everyone has to be right. Like,
Yeah.
I'm right, you're wrong, fuck off.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, technically, like,
It's bad.
it's frustrating. I mean,
It's
I'll
fun
respect
watching.
it. Oh, yeah.
It's like, in 2-3 years, there's like... In 2-3 years, there's going to be some fight.
There will.
There's going to be riots. There's going to be a very high possibility, if Trump gets re-elected, of like
there's
some
so
shitty civil
many-
fucking war.
There's so much when you look at America. Like, not even just that. That's one thing that makes them look so polarized.
Mm.
But yeah, there's
That's
so many
like-
things that make them look so
That's like
polarized.
what's started, like being okay to just like fuck your politics, my politics are right,
Yeah.
has made everyone start being like, fuck your gender opinion, fuck your rape
Yeah.
opinion, my opinion is right about all this
Yeah.
stuff.
It's just so frustrating. It's like,
But you can't even negotiate anymore.
Yeah.
It's just like
They need to keep getting worse to a point that shit happens and then correct
something's going to happen.
themselves.
Yeah.
yeah.
Like the classic economy shit. Like, you need a depression before you can come back up, and clearly they need that. And also, apparently, they're heading towards that now too. Another recession.
yeah.
Did
Well,
the government shut down? Did they do that?
Yeah, so I'm not sure if he's done it yet, but Trump's like
It was
threatened to
supposed
shut
to.
the government down.
It was
Yeah.
supposed to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
While we're here, I'll search it to happen. But like,
It was hilarious. Did any of you see the actual the footage where Trump threatened to shut it down, then say he'd take the blame for it? Yeah, so it wasn't even supposed to happen. Like, they were supposed to just have this nice discussion that was fully scripted
Mm.
with reporters there, and it
Thanks,
all went
Trump.
to script. And then at the end, Trump's just
Yeah.
goes off his head.
Yep.
Government is shut down. They lose what, like $34 billion a day? Good on them.
Yeah, if any of you guys watch Planet America, which is a pretty good Australian show that goes into American politics, there's still arguments for both sides. Even now, Trump's
Mhm.
base is still heavily supporting him.
And it's
There's
so
not even
dumb.
a problem with it. Like, some of the policies he has is fine. He's a cunt, but people just can't see through that. They're like, no, he did this one wrong thing. So everything about your entire side is
That's what
wrong.
I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's the annoying
I mean,
thing with them.
The thing is, it depends what you mean, because some of the policies aren't really his policies.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, that's the thing. It's like, I don't like
because Trump just
what
cares about
Trump
money.
did on a bus, so your opinion on taxes is wrong.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, that's pretty stupid.
They're messed up.
But then you got to remember though, in America, you do not have to vote.
Yeah.
So you have to get people to feel really strongly on something, so they'll be motivated to vote.
That's
here,
what started.
Everyone has to.
Everyone
get
has to
fine.
vote, so you tend to look at like the base wins the election, but it's not like that in America.
Yeah.
It's the people who vote that win elections in America.
Yeah.
Like, even though they're having the highest voter turnout ever, it's still only like, what was it, half?
Yeah.
Or something.
It's like stupid.
Yeah,
stupid.
it's like
Yeah.
66% or something.
I bet you people were going, dude, like how many people said before Trump got voted in, like, I have enough faith in my country that like
Yeah.
he won't get voted in. Oh man.
There's a great video compilation of like everyone like, oh yeah, Florida's been called for Hillary, chance of Hillary winning like 86% on like CNBC or something like, and Fox. They're like, chance of Hillary winning is up to 94%, and then like
Everyone's
4
like,
hours
yeah,
later
yeah,
they're just like,
we fucked
we
up.
Those
can now
polls
call
were
the
stupid.
election for Donald Trump.
I remember sitting home. I'm like, yep, this is easy. It's done. I'll even put $10 on Hillary winning.
Really?
I was
Yeah,
so sure.
I remember thinking it was just
remember it
going
would
to
be
be
close.
Trump.
I remember thinking it would be really close. Everyone thought Hillary would walk in. I thought it would be close because after like a lot of people didn't trust Hillary. And I knew that, but I thought it would be. I didn't think it would be Trump. I thought it would be like who's that third guy? Independent.
He-
Bernie. Bernie
he-
Sanders.
I was
Then
loving
he went to
it.
Hillary, and then I was like,
I was making, I remember making Facebook posts and tweets like, there's been such a divide, it's gonna end up on the wrong side.
Well,
you
I knew
guys
that,
are
like,
not gonna like this
I knew
outcome.
the Make America Great Again resonated with a lot of people.
Oh, yeah.
Because ever since like Nixon.
It resonated with people that didn't normally vote, which is why they
Yeah.
couldn't call it.
Yeah.
But
Well, they
then
they
again-
only took their polling in the city,
Yeah.
but major parts of Trump's base were in the country.
Yeah, it was the same thing as like Brexit. Normally in US elections, they had like 40% turnout, and Brexit had like 66% turnout, and that 26% just swayed like the entire thing by being stupid.
What about the whole thing of the election getting tampered with the Russians?
Oh yeah.
Interesting.
Like Trump's
It
being,
doesn't even like. There's just so many issues that people have for no reason. Like, does it matter?
that was
at this
tampered
point?
with.
Yeah.
I mean, I
Because at
don't.
the end of the day,
Technically, it does matter.
Yeah.
because
So
another
many
country
were.
affected your
Yeah.
politics.
like if
That
there was an
matters
intent
heavily.
to it, yeah, of
Yeah.
course. But there's so many like, it's just politics. Like when people go through like, oh, look at Trump having a meeting with like this guy for money. It's like, yeah, that's politics.
Yeah,
That's
it's
everyone's
what they do.
politics.
But it's not politics. It's very legal if you have a meeting for personal gain as the president.
Mhm.
As like, if you're the Prime Minister of Australia and you go have a meeting with like
Kim Jong Un.
Kim
But
Jong Un,
I'd bet my
Like,
bottom dollar
but-
every US president has done it. Every US
but
president's
like,
broken the
if
law.
you're like, yeah, but it depends. Like,
Doing it for personal gain.
Yeah.
Though, like,
how are you breaking? If like, I want to make my business like, we'll cut a deal and like,
yeah,
I'll make it, put a Trump tower in there. You give me a couple million,
Mm,
and like, there are levels of corruption that
yeah.
just like you can't let that fly.
it's just a bit. It's concerning. I mean, maybe there is good intentions, but still is concerning. He's meeting with
I
Putin
think-
and Kim Jong Un. Like,
I don't think he's.
I think
Yeah.
Eric's right. He's very selfish, but I think it's more enjoyable to watch someone be selfish than to have someone who just like does the.
I don't want
complete
my
thing.
enjoyable. I don't want my like. I don't want my leader to be someone I can laugh and like
but even then,
watch
like,
my country
The
fall
difference
to
is
like.
it's not like a Nixon or a Clinton where like he's
oh,
doing all this shit behind the scenes that is affecting everyone in the
Yeah.
world. It's just like he wants to make more money. Cool, good
Yeah,
for
so
him.
but don't forget, he's
He's
also
a dick, but like it's not like
I
he's
see what you mean. It's not
causing
quite as bad as like a
Yeah.
Nixon, where like
an
he's actually
Afghanistan
like,
war or something.
or he's like, he's hiding all this stuff about Vietnam.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, or full on
different
treason.
wars,
He
yeah.
wanted to like, was it the Watergate scandal? I think
Yeah.
when Nixon like wanted to get evidence like removed.
There's so many presidents that have like started wars in different countries just to keep the military thing going, and Trump's just like, if Trump just wants more towers so that when he's not president he's richer, cool.
So, alright.
Like fair enough.
I mean, like,
as long as he doesn't do anything else.
it's like I'd say like, yeah, he's definitely not as bad, but I wouldn't still be like, oh, it's okay that you can be corrupt and try to
Yeah.
make yourself richer off my taxpayer dollars.
Yeah, of
like,
course not.
I'd still burn you at the stake, but I wouldn't hate you as much.
Going on military, I'm not sure if you've seen Isaac Butterfield's recent video. apparently, like, our Australian government is spending like 34 billion on like armed forces, and then like they're only spending like 4 million on like mental health.
I think
Like,
it's
yeah.
like
How many
we
times
still
do
only
we go
spend
out?
like I think with all the spending we're gonna do, it's only like 5% of GDP.
Which is still scary. Like,
But then put into context, America spends 50%, 56% of GDP on military.
and that's the thing. But like America's, where are they always going? Like Afghanistan,
Police of the
Vietnam.
world.
Like, yeah. Whereas like us Australia, like the Australian Air Force and like the Army, we go help out wherever we can, but we're
I
not
think
actively.
the argument. So this is the argument between kind of like the left and the right, but when it comes, I think it's for international negotiations.
As
If you
soon
have
as you
no
don't
military,
have that,
if you have no military, the countries next to you can kind of fuck you
Yeah.
over.
Like, I'm completely fine with us spending plenty of money, but when it's like,
But when it comes to the cost of like your
when you
people,
compare it to
Yeah.
other things,
it's like mental health and things like, how many lives has that taken already this year? Like,
yeah, especially when it's on
spending-
dumb stuff like,
yeah,
do we need the American Joint Strike Fighter?
that's what I mean. Like, we're spending so much money where we could cut a little bit. I'm more than happy to spend billions of dollars on like
Yeah,
forces, but let's cut a little bit of it out and put it somewhere we need.
yeah,
when you
like-
end up like, let's take one jet out and save like 100,000 lives.
Literally,
especially
like,
considering how expensive they are.
that's it. And it's like,
Yeah.
when are we going to use it? When
Yeah.
in the last 20 years or so, we've probably used hardly any of our
Yeah.
resources. The last 5-10 years.
But
Where
part of
those,
that is
like-
like we buy a lot of really expensive American equipment simply because America wants us to.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's why
Yeah.
we're buying the Joint Strike Fighter.
We're just like
which is
feeding off them.
and that whole there's lots of critics of the Joint Strike Fighter because the design of it just blew out the budget like crazy.
Exactly.
But we're still paying for them.
And it's just
Yeah.
like,
And do we need subs? Like, but on the other hand, with the subs, we're actually building. We
We're
might
building
be building them here.
yeah.
It might be. That's apparently that contract has gone to shit. They're like
Really?
arguing with the French. Yeah, but like when it provides jobs, it becomes a whole lot more complicated.
Mm.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Hopefully we get the
good
subs
thing.
out of England.
yeah. Just like Elon Musk's trying to
I think
battery.
I think we'll definitely get the subs. The problem is just like how much of it will be done here, how much will be done
Yeah.
in France,
Mm.
how many jobs it actually provide.
We're getting the rockets too.
Yeah.
Space
Oh, with
station.
that though, like I'd probably put more faith in the private space companies in Australia
Yeah.
because like the state governments like to say like, oh, we've created like the Australian Space Agency, we're going to create all these jobs in Australia, but like there's going to be 20,000 jobs, but that's in the construction of it.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure the 20,000 figures comes from vendors and suppliers, so it's like tasks that have been created for people who already have jobs.
Exactly.
That's not 20,000 new jobs.
New jobs. It's just like,
There's 20 new jobs permanently,
Mm.
but they're going to be like, this is going to sound really cynical, but most of them are going to be like foreign professors.
yeah. Wow. When the way I'd be seeing it is, okay, this person might be 75 out of 100.
Yeah.
They're pretty good in Australia, but we could go somewhere foreign and
Yeah.
get a person who's like
In the end, there's
99.
There's just not that many. There's just not that many jobs for working in the space industry.
Yeah,
I think it's cool
for
that
here,
we have
like-
one, but like it's a little over the top when the premier's like, I create all these jobs
Yeah.
in Australia.
And
Like,
it's just like, well, let's have a look at it. Let's get it built, and then let's see how many
Yeah.
jobs are created. Not that just need filling from
Yeah.
people who already
but
have
I
these
think
jobs.
the interesting thing about the space industry is where the private sector is going with it. Like I think
Mm.
our generation is where it's switched from public funding to private funding.
Yeah.
You have people like SpaceX,
Yeah.
Blue Origin, and there's Virgin Galactic. They'll probably be the ones to watch for the first people to actually allow you to buy your way
Up
into
there.
space.
Yeah.
Mm.
Guess we see how we go.
Yeah.
And then to loop back, when this referendum comes up for Brexit and voting out Theresa May, odds on that happening?
I mean, Theresa May. I reckon Theresa May's gone.
Yeah.
No,
1-to-1.
As for if they're going to vote Brexit again, I'm not sure. I haven't followed enough.
Once they vote her out, they have the ability to re-vote for it.
Yeah,
The question is, will they pass it again or not?
Yeah, see the thing, because the one group that wants to really get rid of her is the group that is hardcore Brexit. Like they're annoyed that she wanted to make a deal with the euro,
Yeah.
so that's why they want to get rid of her. But then
Even
there
though
are-
like hardcore Brexiters are like this Brexit deal isn't good right now.
Yeah, but they still want a Brexit. They'd rather have no
They
deal.
want to change.
They'd rather have no deal.
But
Yeah.
They don't want to like give anything to the euro.
They'd rather have
Whereas she wanted to
Brexit.
compromise.
yeah.
But that would like massively screw them. So.
It's America all over again.
And re-election of Trump odds.
I've heard an
Ooh.
interesting theory. I've heard that like he's gonna what is that? I heard he was gonna lose the election to his right hand man, and his right hand man would then like he'd get impeached or something, but he'd lose the election to his right hand man, then his right hand man would pardon him, so
Yeah,
he'd get away with everything.
smart. Either way, he's gonna come
No,
out.
he wouldn't get impeached, but he'd lose the election to his right hand man, and then his right hand man would pardon him of all the investigations that are in him now.
So either way,
I
he's
But
gonna
if,
come out on
if it
top.
just goes to election with Trump again, initially I thought he didn't want to run again, but I
I think
heard he
he'll
started
get in.
talking that he does.
Yeah.
He'll
So
get in. I reckon.
I think it'll be really, really close, and he will just not get in. But there'll be a whole lot of independents. Like I don't think it'll be a Democrat that gets in. I think it'll be like a mix of independents or something.
I don't think anyone will. I don't think at this point anyone will vote an independent in when they usually.
Well,
get
apparently
like
there's been more
5%.
independent in all the like I mean it'll have someone. No one will get in with a main majority. They'll have to make an alliance
Yeah,
throughout Congress. Is what I think.
Yeah. It'll be interesting. I think he'll definitely go through. There's no one like on the other side now.
Right now, there's no one to match him.
Yeah, it's not like Trump versus Hillary. It's just
But
like
it's-
Trump.
It's
He's
still
going
too
for it.
early for
Yeah.
that. It's still too early
Yeah.
for that.
nothing's come out yet.
They're gonna start campaigning 6-7 months. They start.
In
But it
6-7
goes
months.
by like it's
It
not
goes
the
for like
whole
a year
region
and
at
a
once.
half.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The first one has already gone, and there's been victories for both. Like
Yeah.
they won more in the Senate, Trump's party.
Yeah.
But Democrats won more in Congress. I think.
Yeah.
Guess we'll see how it plays out. We'll do a podcast on it.
I would hope that he gets re-elected, because if he doesn't, and some like Clinton campaign person comes through and gets back in, the problem doesn't really get solved.
Yeah,
Like they're just gonna.
I think no
stick with
matter
the
what
issue.
happens, they're
they're
still
screwed.
screwed.
Yeah,
I think.
The damage from Trump has been done. Like no matter who gets in a Democrat.
It's like the argument to end up getting a. What's looking for?
The electronic match.
Well, I've got a lighter there, but the match is in next to the microwave. I think it's the argument for like ending up with like a recession. Like you need to keep getting worse and worse and worse. And like if someone like somehow like Clinton came through, got re-elected, cool. The Democrats are now happy. Nothing changes. I would hope Trump gets re-elected and just something snaps at some point. Like someone snaps and they're like, "This is not okay.
Yeah.
We need to fix America." Like
Yeah.
it needs to get worse before
Well,
it'll get better.
But I mean like
Because it's real bad.
it's gotten so bad that they still haven't fixed that one.
Just let
Oh,
Kanye
God.
come in. He'll fix everything up.
Did you see
Where's
the
the money from Trump's wall going to come from? Remember how he
Oh,
said like
there's a
they're funding
GoFundMe.
it on
Yeah.
online.
It's got like 6 million.
but he was going to get
Maybe
Mexico
it's-
to pay for it.
It's got like $30 million.
Wasn't
now.
Mexico going to pay for it?
It's the
Yeah,
most.
Mexico meant to
It's
pay
the
for it.
most funded Kickstarter of all time already.
He got like 6 million in 2 days. It's
Yeah.
like, what the fuck?
And then the news started covering it. And everyone's like, oh,
I find it kind of interesting when you look at like the Berlin Wall and like what America is doing now. It's almost like a parallel
Yeah.
with like the Soviet Union and their collapse as they got more and more corrupt. And America now,
I just think
although not really, because we still don't know if the economy's going to go bad yet.
I think the real problem with the wall is what happens to Canada now? They've just legalized marijuana and they're not going to be able to get any. They're going to have to go back
No,
to
they're
the
going to
black
grow it
market.
themselves. They grow it themselves.
They'll
Well,
start
I
sending
reckon-
it back down the border.
Oh, what about the Huawei? How Canada took they took hostage that Huawei, the daughter of like the Huawei executive. Do you guys not hear that?
I saw the Huawei stuff a little bit.
And then like
A
China
small
took a Canadian guy hostage as well.
oh shit.
Did you not hear this?
No.
So like the I think one of the high executives in Huawei, which is like, you know, China's massive
Yeah.
telecommunications company, yeah. She was in Canada to give some speech.
Yeah.
And obviously at the orders of America, Canada like arrested her on grounds of Huawei doing business with Iran which is illegal based on the US sanctions,
Yeah.
even though China said, no, we don't give a shit, we're going to trade with them anyway.
Shit.
But, yeah, so then, so they detained her, and America wants her extradited to the US for charges. So they'll essentially never get it back. if that
Yeah.
happens. Oh, by the way, her bail was like hugely expensive. I think it was like 10 million or something just to get bail.
Good on it.
But anyway, so like a week or two later, China takes like some Canadian businessman like hostage.
Mm-hmm.
And this is just before they're supposed to go have America and China are supposed to go and have talks for like removing the sanctions.
Yeah.
Up until this, like it was really positive. Like the sanctions are going to go down, the share market went up, and then like this happened.
Some guy made the wrong call.
Yeah. Oh, it's like, is this Trump's strategy or is this just an accident? Like that's the big question.
Mm.
Is this like what you would do in like freaking the Middle Ages where you steal someone's freaking daughter and then be like, "Oi, give me your lands,
Yeah.
and I'll give you your family member back." Like.
At the same time, didn't either like one of the CEOs or something just die or get arrested in China for like laundering money or something of why?
I think this is the Canadian guy I was thinking about. I don't think anyone died. They arrested the Canadian CEO on pretty much made up charges. I don't even think he was the CEO. I think he was just like.
Yeah, I think
they struggled to find someone that
you'd
was
struggle
as
to
big.
find someone as important as one of the Hawaii titans. Yeah.
But the thing is, she's the daughter of like the CEO of Huawei.
Yeah.
So
Well, there you go.
I don't know what's going to happen with that. Maybe they'll take more hostages.
The daughter. I mean, if you
She's
if it was
a
China's
top
Korea,
executive.
you could do something.
She's a top executive and she's the daughter of like the executive. So yeah.
Damn.
She's
Like they showed
she's
her on
the top executive because she's the daughter.
Yeah, pretty much. They showed her on a panel though, and like Elon Musk was on like the right of her or something.
Mm-hmm. Good on, he's fucking everywhere.
Yeah, she's everywhere.
Bloody smoking on Joe Rogan and shit. Did you see the
But yeah, the
The
tariffs
poll-
might get worse from that.
you see the poll they had for re-election? They had like just like you could put whoever you wanted and like Trump was up there, but like someone got more votes. Did you see who got more votes? Just like Joe Rogan.
Needs to happen. Needs to happen. Get him running.
Imagine like Rogan as president and he just keeps doing his podcast like every week.
What about our politics? Who do you think when the federal election comes in? Our politics is stupid. But who do you think will win the federal election? Just the party. I think it'll be Labour, just because like the Liberals killed their leader again.
Give him like 3 days after the election when they won. New leader will come through. It's just how stupid our government is.
It's ridiculous, yeah.
It's not as ridiculous as America though.
Yeah.
True.
It's ridiculous enough that you don't even want to vote.
Yeah.
You wouldn't vote if you didn't have to.
But then we'd be like America. So
Yeah.
thankful we can vote.
Very true. Very true. I think that's pretty much it.
That's really good. Yeah.
Easy.
We covered a lot of different genres there.
Good.
You don't need to go to your politics channel and your gaming channel. You can come right here for everything.
Yeah, there you go. No need to listen to Joe Rogan or
With Joe Rogan
Insert Gaming
2.0.
Podcast. Yeah. Just covering everything. Thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, wherever you watch podcasts. And hopefully they won't be this long and convoluted in the future. Thank you guys for watching.